All right, so something special going on. Oh, we got to flip it. This is a surprise, actually, for Richard. The Prime Osborne Quilt Festival returns. With us right now, Maureen Reiter. Hi, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. We're going to make you talk and say hi, at least. All right, so tell us a little bit about this Quilt Festival. It has been going on for quite a while now.
Well, this is our 32nd year.
Yeah.
And we have 411 quilts hung at the show this year. There are 23 young quilt makers, which we're always real proud to have the young quilt makers coming up. We've got over 60 vendors, so bring your credit cards. We have our best in show quilt this year is amazing. It's an art quilt.
Okay.
And some people are just going to go, wow, that's really amazing. What else do you want to know?
What is your favorite part of the Quilt Festival?
My favorite part of the quilt is to see people come in and be really happy with being able to see something that they think they can do and something that they look at and say, oh, wow, that is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I'll never be able to do that, but it's fun to look at.
Yeah, if you've never been to a quilt festival, what would be the most shocking part to you?
Just what the quilts look like.
Yeah.
We're not a bunch of little old ladies sitting in rocking chairs with needles and thread.
But that's what I was hoping for. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I made it funny.
Haha. No, I mean, there's a lot of gray hairs out there, but you know, that's how we are. But we've got a lot of young people too, and Jenna is one of the most talented quilt makers, quilters that I know.
Oh, I don't know how anyone makes any of these, and I'm very impressed.
Well, we do have classes, so you just come out, meet up with some of the vendors that are there. A lot of our local quilt shops are there.
Yeah.
And you can
Do you want a good hobby to start?
Plus, there are 7 sister guilds who put the show on every year, who've been doing it from the beginning. And each one of those sister guilds have a quilt that you could take a chance on. And at the end of the show, they'll be raffled off. Ooh. And they are beautiful. They're amazing.
I hear raffles.
Oh, yeah.
I hear
yes.
raffle.
Yes.
Richard, I want to bring you in right now.
Oh, and we do have something.
Hold on.
No, I'm not going to show
So this is
yet.
a surprise for Richard. Richard,
hello.
What are your feelings on quilts? Are they a staple in the home?
I just want to crawl up on the table and take a nap.
I know.
Actually, I've got some that are family heirlooms that were made by great-great-grandparents and stuff like that that have been handed down through generations.
That's awesome. And if you want to know anything more about it, we have a professional appraiser out at our show, and she is...
Oh, I already know the value of them. They're priceless. I mean,
well, that's true. But if you wanted to know something about the fabric, something about the age of the fabric, where it came from, what kind of... something specific about how the quilt was made, she has that kind of information too. Oh yeah, it's
that's really cool.
That would be cool because there's, you know, like I said, some great grandparents and stuff. And I've actually talked to my mom. Said, you know, I know that these were made because they kept everything. Nothing was thrown away, and it was kind of recycled. And this was the beauty that it became. But you know, I asked the same thing. I was like, I wonder if these were bedspreads or if these were tablecloths.
She can
or
tell
if they
you that.
used them in
She
the
can
barn
tell you a lot of that kind of thing. Where the fabric is, and she can date the fabric.
I think that's very cool.
How old do you think the quilts you have are?
Some of them are older than my parents. So,
wow.
I mean...
So more than 21.
More than 21, just barely.
All right, I think it's time to show this off.
So we do have a special going on. Richard is one of the 7 sister guilds. Each one of us have a quilt, what did we call you? Ambassador.
An ambassador.
Quilt ambassador.
For the Sisters Guild.
For you're the River City Peacemakers ambassador.
Ooh, I like that.
And we're the ones that made a quilt to represent you. And we actually called it Chance of Rain, None. And so that's...
Oh my goodness.
Please look at Richard's face right now.
Too funny. Look, they got... All right, so this was shot for Void magazine a long time ago. I don't know how you did that, but that's so cool. And you even made my hair look like it does today. What is inside? What makes it puffy?
Batting. A quilt is composed of 3 layers. You've got the top, which generally the top is pieced, and that's where the design mostly is on the top of the quilt. And then in the middle, it's called batting. It's just a layer of, depending how thick the maker wants to make it, it can be really thin, so it's polyester, or it's a cotton. And then you have the back. See, the back has got rain on it.
The raindrops, yeah.
Here's my real question.
Really
Richard, how do you feel to be on a quilt?
Dude, I'm so stoked because it's like part 7-day forecast. This is just funny just to see a little mini me. And then, are these real quilts or? They're little fabric.
Well, yeah.
It's so neat.
All right, Richard's pumped.
That's it.
This is probably the happiest I've ever seen Richard.
So if you come out to the show, you can vote on your favorite one of the
I
7.
vote for this one.
You
We
can
vote for this
and
one.
we have a special ribbon that we're
gonna have to
going
get
to
a
put
picture so I can
on
post on
for
my
the
Facebook.
special display, because that's what it is. And these quilts will be auctioned off in a silent auction, and the money will be going to support the Shriners.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Who are
They do a great
one of
job.
our big
Yeah.
I mean,
supporters.
how can you not win? All right,
can
guys,
you
we're
not
going to make sure that Richard wins and raises the most money for sure. So you can go to Quiltfest at the Prime Osborne Convention Center now through Saturday.
Is it
This
wrong
year's
for me to
theme
bid
is
on my own quilt?
No, it's not wrong at all.
Okay, good.
Richard's going to bid on his own quilt. The theme, Bobbin on the Beach. Guys, let's make Richard a very happy man. Go bid on his quilt.
Bid on
And then you can actually cuddle up with me when, you know, it's when it's cold.
Vic, we'll send it off to you.